Bregman'S like, hey, can you go get Hosmer in the parking lot? I'm like, hell yeah, go get Eric Hosmer in the parking lot, dude.
World Series champ plays with Tatis.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I would.
Welcome back to Texas College Talks. This is episode 2, and we got a very special guest on the Zoom today. This is Josh Larzabal, Prairie View A&M pitcher, and a former Rice Owl with me. We were OGs, came in together, and why don't you take it from here, Josh?
Hey, everybody. My name is Joshua Larzabal. I attended Rice from 2017 to 2021, played 4 years of baseball there. And then, of course, that's where I met Kel. We were true freshmen at heart our freshman year. We had a good old bucket duty. And then now I graduated in the summer of 21. And now I am getting my MBA, finishing my last 2 years of eligibility at Prairie View A&M University.
It's, one of the few things I remember was you and Dane Acker, who got drafted 4th round. He used to be at Rice, threw a no-hitter at Minute Maid. I had to do the bucket on the road trips because Dane was a 2-way and you'd never do bucket. And y'all came to Southern Miss and y'all just wagered money on the per diem on the bucket
I remember
shots.
That. Yeah, we had a blast with the bucket. Every time we shoot the bucket, I'd make $1. I'd make a bucket. That's $1. He would make one, evens it out, and it would just go back and forth, and I'd go on my per diem money. I'll never forget that. Then we went to Cracker Barrel, and I didn't have no money to spend. We went to Cracker Barrel.
Nothing from the gift shop.
Nothing.
That was the greatest time of my life, just getting to sit with the roofs out there in right field, and they just fed me and Luis Avila's food.
Oh yeah, that was funny. And the hecklers. The hecklers were harsh, but looking back at it, it was hilarious. I think one of the hecklers told me that my size and weight was way off. And they said that my pants that I was wearing, Parker Osborne should have been wearing those. And to put it in perspective, Parker Osborne's like 100 pounds less than me. And the heckler was like, hey, 28, you should pass your pants on to that kid over there. Like, it was all kinds of stuff, man. They're throwing burgers and chicken sandwiches in there. It was fun. It was really, at the time, it seemed very hostile, but looking back at it, it was a very, very fun experience.
There are definitely some of the special things in college baseball, a special fan support group.
Yeah.
They made it fun to play. But anyways, what's it been like at PV? How are you liking it over there? Just down the road from Rice, not too far.
No, not too far at all. About a good 45, 50-minute drive. PV is, again, to kind of put it, PV's smack dab in the middle of Houston and Texas A&M. So for those that travel up there in that area, that Buc-ee's, Prairie View, believe it or not, is right behind that Buc-ee's. And I would always drive by it, summer ball, when I'd go to College Station, and I never knew Prairie View was right there. It's in the back. Prairie View is actually a really nice campus, a very, very nice campus, a lot of land surrounding it. A quick little fact, they got a recent donation from a donor in the athletic department, and they apparently want to make a golf course with all that land surrounding it. They want to add golf to that team, to that school. But Prairie View, I like it there, man. It's school is school. It's tough. The NBA is pretty tough, but at the end of the day, school is what you make it. Your relationships with your professors are what you make it. And baseball is baseball, whether it's purple, green, navy, whatever your job is. You're a hitter, put the ball in play. You're a pitcher, got to execute and throw strikes and all the other stuff. Yeah, in all honesty, going from Rice, a pretty well-funded school, down to PV, it's a bit of a difference. But at the end of the day, for the love of the game, that stuff doesn't matter. If you really care for the game, that stuff doesn't matter to you at all. When I got there, I told coach, give me whatever the heck shirt, I'll wear it. I go practice, so it's so far so good. PV is a very good experience so far.
We've seen that in your last outing, going 6.2 innings, 7 Ks. You like to play ball. You'll do whatever to get out there and throw the rock.
Yeah, definitely, man. That was a very, to me, that outing meant a lot. I know it was just a preseason, it was kind of like a early season tournament, a little classic. But to me, it was personal because I felt like that I've worked hard enough to earn that spot. And it was very fun. But looking back at it, it's kind of funny because, I came in for long relief and I was at Rice. I was always taught to get ready in 5 minutes. And I got, the coach is like, Larzabal, go get hot. I got hot, literally ran down, came back. And coach goes, I told you to get hot. I was like, coach, I'm ready. I was like, I'm ready. He's like, okay. I go out there, I'm pitching, in these long innings. Again, at Rice, my career long was 2 innings. My career long ever was at 2 innings. So once I got to that third and fourth, I'm like, dang, like, what do I do here? And when I got the final out of the game, I didn't know where to go. I got the final out. I was starting to walk back to the dugout, and the catcher goes, no, we got to shake hands. I was like, oh, crap. But it was fun. It was really fun getting it out the way. Getting it out the way was like a big weight off my shoulders. The funny thing, though, the very first batter I faced in my Prairie View debut, it was a 4-pitch walk. So it I was like, yeah, this is not how I imagined my first outing going. And then thankfully got the lefty on lefty next up and, sliced them up with my sliders. But yeah, it was fun. It was really, really fun.
Low and slow, crafty lefty.
Mm-hmm.
First outing's under the way. Are you looking to start now? Hopefully get a chance to take the ball from the gun and maybe go 9 this time.
Yeah, maybe. Going into this last weekend, the coaches told me you're going to be a long relief guy, mix in with some midweek starts. Depending on how the guys in front of you do, you may get a flip, get the start. So from my understanding, I was told I'm a early weekend long relief so I can be fresh for the midweek Tuesday. For example, if this week were to go on accordingly, we'd be playing Texas A&M today, but that didn't happen. So going into this past weekend, they had me down as long relief Friday or Saturday, starting against A&M. So that's kind of how things are going to go here. But, it's a long season. You never know how it can go. You know how baseball is. Some guys are hot, some guys are not. Some guys get booted at the pin. Some guys, come up. So as of right now, all I know is that when I throw, I'm going to throw a lot. That's what they expect. They've been, having me throw 50 plus, 75 plus pitches in the inter squad. So I know my coaches are expecting me to go out there and eat up some innings.
Well, stay ready. Hope you get the ball soon.
Yes, I do. I really hope so too. I'll hopefully be on the mound this weekend in Mississippi.
It'd be awesome to see you get a start there too. I'm rooting for you, man. It's
I
awesome to see.
appreciate it, man.
So one thing I want to talk about regarding the Prairie View Panthers, Anthony Larzabal, his roster pick. I want to talk about Anthony Larzabal's roster pick because I don't know if you saw Frank from Arkansas Pine Bluff. He blew up.
Yeah.
He just blew up.
That's exactly who we were talking about.
Like, what's up with his? Is that how he always looks? Is that what he's going to be out there pitching?
So when his hair got really long like that, he said, I waited for my hair to grow this long. I'm not going to cut it now. And then once he got to Prairie View, considering Prairie View and the demographics, he stood out like a sore thumb. When we walked on campus the first week of school, everybody was like, he was turning heads because of his long curly hair. And they see the resemblance in him and I. So they're like, how come your hair is short and straight and his is super long and curly? And so my brother embraced that. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to keep this long hair now. And for those who are familiar with wrestling in WWE, we're kind of going for Kane and Undertaker. I'm Kane and he's Undertaker with the very long hair, so that's what we're going to run with, and for a picture for somebody you probably can't see, that is his long hair right there. Yeah, that's his hair right there, long hair. And then there's me with the shorter hair, so I would be the guy with the shorter hair and the better looking brother.
The better looking brother.
Yeah, the better looking brother. So he really embraced that. Even the coach messed with him. The coach is all like, man, ain't nobody around here have hair like that. And he's like, well, good. So now he doesn't want to get rid of it, regardless of how much it bothers him.
Want to know a fun fact? My father grew up with the Undertaker. They went to Waltrip High School together, and they were best friends.
Waltrip?
Yeah, he went to Waltrip.
Really?
Mark Calloway.
Yeah, really. Oh, he's from there. That's from here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Waltrip. Yeah.
He still talks to him occasionally, but I never followed him. I never got into fighting until you got me into it.
Yeah, man, it's fun.
So I knew you were trying something with UFC just from knowing you. But what do you plan on doing once you get your MBA from PV, and what do you want to do long term?
So long term, so this is something that I've always had my eyes set on. Realistically, I want to work in the marketing department. My initial plan was to work in the marketing department on the MLB side, in the business side of baseball. That was in Major League Baseball. That was the end goal, to work on the business side of Major League Baseball. But as I look at these resumes and these requirements, I noticed they require a lot. And one of the main things that they require is, years of experience in a workforce. So I kind of had to really set my plan right, and plan accordingly. I actually have 2 high school jobs potentially lined up for me once I'm done with baseball. And thankfully, these coaches really do like me and they have interest in me. North Shore High School and Pearland High School here in the Houston area. And the coaches want to bring me on as not as volunteers. They want to bring me in as paid assistants. So I kind of spoke with Tom Stallings here at Rice University, and I spoke with others in the MLB, and they said, if you can get at least 2 or 3 years of that under your belt and you have your MBA on top of it, there's really not going to be an open position that's going to turn you down. So that's my plan once I'm done here. In the meantime, I'm trying to work on some internships with the Houston Astros. This past weekend, small world, I ran into a guy who worked for the Astros, told him my name, gave him my pitch. He said, all right, cool. We'll definitely work something together to get you in with the Astros, to get that foot in the door of the major league side of baseball. So again, for those viewers out there, always network everywhere you go. I was networking the minute after I pitched a game Saturday, and I made a good contact, so always put your name out there. And like I said, like what I learned at Rice and what we learned at Rice, the worst they can do is say no. You move on, and that's it.
It's awesome, man. I'm hoping to see you there. But
yeah,
running off the Astros thing, you were fairly familiar with a player himself and your time at Rice and the laughter. Tell us about that story.
So Alex Bregman. So thankfully, I was living very close to Rice this past summer. I lived in right field. Funny fact, the way Eric Hosmer was hitting when he came, Eric Hosmer was very close to hitting my house. That's how close I was to Rice. To sum it up, Bregman'S manager was friends with a player at Rice. I was interning with Rice this past summer. The coach who was there said, hey, Bregman wants to come take some cuts. Minute Maid's being used for vaccination. Bregman's got no access. You want to come throw BP? I said, heck yeah. I go up there. I see Bregman throwing BP to Bregman, and he's just parking balls left and right, parking balls left and right. And I get up there, and I'm like, dude, it'll be some crap if I hit Bregman. You know, I was a little nervous. I was known for my good BP, but I'm like, man, it'd be some crap if I hit Alex Bregman.
Coach Juice.
And yeah, threw him some BP, and he was hitting balls, not one ball under 95 exit velo, and he was going nice and easy. So I'm like, oh yeah, he's in a groove. And then after the game, he's like, hey, I can't give y'all cash. I can't pay you money, obviously, because of, you know, NCAA rules. But he's like, y'all want to come to a game? And I'm like, heck yeah. And his hitting coach comes up to me, give me all y'all's names, puts a name down. Next day, even the guys that were shagging, even the guys that did nothing. I'm not trying to be mean, but the guys that did nothing, that just showed up, they got tickets as well to the game. And we show up, and it was a great experience. We go up there. His hitting coach meets us. I'm sitting down there next to Correa's wife. McCullers was pitching that day. I was sitting next to McCullers' parents. I was sitting next to Brooks Raley's parents. And I'm just like, man, this is awesome. You know, this is awesome. And Bregman's hitting coach goes up to the usher and tells her, these guys are with us. These guys are with Bregman. They can come in and out whenever they want. And we're like, heck yeah, man. You know, it was fun. It was a good experience. And then after, I want to say the All-Star break, Bregman brings Eric Hosmer. Eric Hosmer's in there. And Eric Hosmer goes, hey, man, do you mind go getting Bregman? He said he's in the parking lot. I'm like, dude, I have Eric Hosmer right here telling me to go get Alex Bregman in the parking lot. That was the happiest I ever was, walking that far. And my big ass doesn't like walking a whole lot. And I was like, I will walk to the other side of campus for Bregman. And it was fun. And again, front flips to Hosmer, bomb. And then you see Bregman right there behind him talking about like your bat path and all that crap going on. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. And it was so awesome. It was really good. It was a really fun experience. But yeah, Bregman, what I'm going to run with, and I'm saying this right now, and it's on camera, when I saw Bregman and Hosmer, all three of us together, I dapped all of them up, and Bregman said, hey, Hosmer, this is my boy, best left-handed BP in Houston area. I'm just saying that right now. So anybody sees this and you need a BP thrower, hit me up. I got you.
That is an incredible story.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Right there at the school you went to for 4 years too.
Mm-hmm. It was awesome. It was a blessing.
I like the title, best left-handed BP thrower in the
That's
world,
what
or
he
just
said.
Houston?
He said in Houston. So
all right, I'm gonna go.
I'm
gonna
just say Houston's all of Texas. So I'd take over that. I'll take credit for all that. I really would.
That is quite the story.
It is, man.
So you do kind of sound like an Astros fan.
Yeah.
From all this, I know we're a little bit of rivals.
Yeah, we are. But I'm a big Red Sox fan, though, man. Big Red Sox fan. But of course, hometown team I always root for. Always root for the hometown team. It's actually funny. Another quick thing. One night, Saturday night, Bregman wanted to go hit in the Astros cages. I mean, in Rice's cages. Coach Putzig from Rice calls me and says, hey, I'm not in town. Can you go open up the cages? All you got to do is open it up. I'm like, all right. As I'm going in there, I have a Boston shirt on. I freak out, take it off, put it on inside out, open up the cage. I see Bregman. He daps me up in his badass car. And he's like, appreciate it, man. You can get out of here or you can watch me hit. I said, yeah, I'm going to watch you hit if you don't mind. And he's like, sure. You know, and Bregman's like, why is your shirt inside out? I was like, oh, it was awkward. I wasn't going to turn it inside out, but I had the Boston shirt on. But yeah, man, I like Boston and the Astros.
That's awesome. You knocked my Rays out of the playoffs. That one
hurt.
we
did. And I'm gonna tell you right now, we weren't supposed to.
Oh no.
We weren't supposed to.
The Rays year.
And then we took out the Yanks.
I hate the Yankees. Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, Juice, I want to get into a little questions for you.
For sure. Hit me with them.
All right. First one's gonna be a trivia question. The rest is just like personal stuff, like
All right.
interest. All right. It's just under over.
All right.
In the last 2 years, is your Ks per 9 over under 9?
Over.
That's correct. And if you don't know Juice, he's really crafty, and at the D1 level, he's making it work. You got to watch him pitch at some time. You got to watch this guy pitch. It's fun.
Yeah.
But just thought that'd be a fun one for you. You got a pretty high strikeouts per 9.
Sweet. That's what I like to hear. Good.
But so preferred energy drink.
Preferred energy drink, Bang. What I'm sipping on right now, and I have no business sipping on right now at 9:00 at night for an interview. No business, but Bang Energy. Bang Energy. That's really all I have to say. Bang or no way. To me, if you drink Monster, you're a high schooler, and if you drink Red Bull, you're an 8th grader. Anything else, you're just old. That's the way I look at it.
No coffee?
No, to me, coffee's bad for you. And any nutritionist out there would shoot me down for saying that.
Life's about individual philosophy, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's your go-to place to eat after a game?
Well, now at Prairie View, it's Buc-ee's. Right after a go-to place is Buc-ee's. We don't really have much out there, man. We have an on-campus Chick-fil-A, but that's closed all the time. And other than that, it would be Checkers, But preferably back whenever I was at Rice, it was always a go-to with the boys would always be to either go towards the end of the season. It really started to be on the curb, right there on Kirby.
That's good stuff there.
Yeah, it is good stuff.
All right. The last fun question I have for you. If you were to get in the octagon with Anthony Larzabal, who's coming out on top? And what's the finishing move?
I'd win second round TKO with elbows.
Elbows, all right.
With elbows. Elbow stoppage. That'd be the way to go. First round, I'd fill him out. Second round, I'd put him out.
That's if there was ever a way to simulate it without injuries, that'd be one of the coolest things to watch.
Yeah, it really would. It really would be.
Maybe in this new VR world.
Yeah.
Be able to do something like
the
that.
new metaverse. Yeah.
Metaverse. Anyways, Juice, it's a pleasure to have you on. Thank you for joining TCB in our second episode, taking a little leap of faith, but we look forward to watching you pitch this weekend and covering you the rest of the season. Thanks for coming on, my guy.
Hey, man. Appreciate you having me out here, dude. I love the stuff you've been putting out, man. I love the stuff you've been putting out. It's really good stuff. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.